It's supposed to be a farce of most of like the medieval fantasy stuff, kind of like Narnia, where they're making fun of just that realm and everything. And I feel that it failed horribly on that. But we've got the one brother who's this mighty prince, does everything right, goes off, slays the Gorgon, comes back. And the film is about his brother, who doesn't really do much and gets sent along a quest to recapture his brother's bride before some mass evil can take place involving her, and he's kind of a bit of a doofus. So I kind of feel that there were a lot of things that could have been done better about this movie. Part of me was also thrown off by that they threw a lot of profanity and crude jokes in there, more for the audience to go, oh, look, he swore, isn't that funny? Isn't it funny he said something like that? When I feel that a movie shouldn't rely on cursing to get its jokes across.
Yeah, I think David Gordon Green, who directed this, I really think he doesn't like his... I think he thinks his audience is just a bunch of stoned idiots.
That could be. That could be.
I know this was written by Danny McBride, who always kind of Land of the Lost. If you look at his movies like Land of the Lost or his show Eastbound and Down,
yeah,
he's a very brass person. I mean, not much to his character other than swearing and stuff. So having this been written by him, I understand where all the language and stuff came from, and I'm okay with it. I went to this with the worst expectations. But I really honestly think that, David just thinks that his audience is just a bunch of stoned idiots, because his movies are made, they're funny, but they just treat it like nobody is intelligent. Nobody watching this is going to have any clue of, all of the jokes are ridiculously simple. They're all really crude and horrible, which I'm okay with. I laughed. I mean, there's a great scene where he cuts off the penis of a minotaur, and it's hilarious. Laughed my head off. But, most people, when I was reading the reviews, everyone doesn't like that. That's what seems to be the problem with this is it's trying to do what Robin Hood Men in Tights or The Princess Bride did, kind of spoof the great epic Save the Princess film, but it's a lot more crass, and I'm okay with it, but a lot of people, I can tell, aren't. That's why it's getting the bad reviews. So I'm giving it a little bit better review because I went into it with low expectations, expecting this kind of thing. So I gave it a C+. But I also thought there's a great part where there's a Muppet involved, and I got really excited because it's near the beginning, and I got really excited there were going to be Muppets through this whole thing. I was getting ready.
You were let down.
So let down. I saw this one little animatronic puppet
jellyfish thing.
Thing. I got so excited that this was going to have like all these labyrinth references because they were going to a labyrinth and stuff. But Natalie Portman does okay in it. James Franco tries his best to act, but I'm pretty sure the character written for him would just...
I'm pretty sure this was before the Oscars and afterwards. It's like, because now they should have been like, I was nominated for an Oscar. Really?
Really?
You want me to dance around like an idiot, cursing and swearing and farting?
Yeah. So this was one of those films where you get a lot of famous people. You get somebody famous who just has a lot of favors owed to him, and he's like, "Come do my movie," and they're like, "No," and he's like, "Well, you owe me something."
It's like, yeah.
But it had Zooey Deschanel in it, who I love, and the plot overall, it was, for the type of movie it was, the plot was great. It was, you have the great brother, and the brother doesn't live up to expectations, and they get forced into a quest and come across a beautiful
buddy cop film, right there.
Come across a beautiful maiden who can kick butt. There were some great scenes. There's like a great cage match, where it was over in like 30 seconds. Yeah.
Like, I have Are you? I honestly was expecting him to like throw his sword and go, "Are you not entertained?"
I think anything that has a Mad Max Thunderdome reference.
I was going more Gladiator, but sure, Mad Max works too.
Mad Max Thunderdome's far superior film to Gladiator. But so it has a lot of good small moments, here or there, good chuckles, but as a overall piece, and pretty disappointing. I don't think I had too much more on top of that.
No, I really didn't either. It was to me, I went in expecting low expectations, came out with that, and to me, like I said, I was kind of expecting things to be a little bit more witty. I didn't know it was written by the guy that did Pineapple Express, and so kind of coming out of it, I was a little just like, okay. There were some moments that made me chuckle, but as a whole, not that great.
Yep. So I don't think you ever gave your score.
Rating, I gave it a D+.
D+. Alrighty.